How's everyone doing? I'm Leo Bias, host of the Basketball Zone Cowbell Kingdom YouTube channel. I'm trying this new camera on the big iMac that we do have. So if the audio isn't great, let us know. But if you guys don't know me, my team and we cover the NBA as a whole, but we are stationed in Sacramento. Right now, we are in our studios across the street from the Golden One Center here in Sacramento, California. So we do provide a lot more Kings coverage than NBA coverage, but we are focusing a lot more on just general coverage and giving you that behind the scenes look. Yesterday, we came out with a Kawhi Leonard vlog centered around the Raptors in the city of Toronto, what happened, the whole story behind all of that, and where I think Kawhi Leonard can lead the Toronto Raptors. But on this video, we'll talk about 8 or more crazy trades that may go down before the NBA trade deadline. If you guys want to call in the show, the number is inside the description as well. For the people that watch this after, again, comment below, give us your takes. If you guys think these trades are stupid, let us know. What's up, FIFA Beast 101? I also want to remind you guys that you guys can use our code COWBELL on SeatGeek to get $20 off your purchase. Again, appreciate SeatGeek for sponsoring this channel, this community. And yeah, so let's get to it. One of the trades that I want to talk about first before we get into more the focal trades that I want to read off of this article is Bradley Beal heading to the Charlotte Hornets for Marvin. And it was Nick Batum. So Marvin Williams and Nick Batum. That is a no-brainer for the Hornets. But the question is, what assets? Because I don't consider those two guys assets at all in terms of just talent for talent, right? They're veterans, sure. They're good players, sure. I understand that. But if I'm the Wizards and you're asking for Bradley Beal, who I think is the best player on that team, you have to ask for one of their young pieces, if that be Malik Monk or that be Miles Bridges. If I'm the Hornets, then I'm thinking about it and saying no. But at the same time, are the Hornets giving up a future, first round pick? If so, how many? Bradley Beal is a baller. He's young. He's an all-star. And if you pair him up with Kemba Walker, Malik Monk, Miles Bridges, that's a nice nucleus to have. I understand that Kemba Walker is a free agent. So that's something to really think about, right? And the other thing is, they should trade for John Wall, which I'll talk about because he is from that surrounding area in Charlotte, North Carolina, like somewhere around there. I'm not sure exactly where, but he is homegrown in that state. So that would also make sense to some extent, but I'd rather keep Kemba Walker. I believe Kemba Walker is a better player right now. And I don't think there's much debate. Kemba Walker is a better player than John Wall. I just feel like John Wall needs a new scenery to get motivated, to get inspired once again. I don't know what's going on, but that's the first proposed trade, right? So it's Marvin Williams, Nicholas Batum for Bradley Beal. That's a no-brainer for the Hornets. But if I'm the Wizards, I'm asking for a lot more in terms of assets, future assets. And yeah, so let's go to another trade that I've seen circulate around the internet using the NBA trade machine, which is John Wall going to the Hornets for Kemba Walker and Malik Monk. So how on earth is this okay, but Bradley Beal for Marvin Williams and Nick Batum, how is that okay? I don't get it. But Mitch Kupchak is a type of guy who would want to make that type of a move to bring in, John Wall, who is notoriously known to be a star, to be one of the elite point guards in the NBA. I don't think that's the case this year. He's been awful, and he's been a major issue. He's one of the biggest issues for that Wizards team being so bad. I mean, that team is just bad. All the internal things going on, him calling his head coach and what, and him and Beal not clicking. They have talent, Otto Porter being there. I didn't like the move with Dwight Howard going there, but But that's another proposed trade. And by if you look at Hollinger's analysis for plus wins, I think it's +6 if the Wizards get Kemba, and it's a -4 wins if the Hornets get John Wall. Analytics don't lie. So that's where I stand. I wouldn't make that trade if I'm the Hornets. I would wait it out and see if Kemba would want to resign or not. I don't want to get stuck with John Wall's awful contract of 5 years, $19 million per year, and I think that increases over time. So would not make that happen. Would not make that happen. Again, guys, if you guys are watching this, hit that like button, circulating on the YouTube algorithms. I would really appreciate you guys' support. Hit that like button right now. Again, subscribe to our YouTube channel for behind the scenes look on so many things, NBA, so many aspects of the game. We do breakdown videos. We do vlogs. We give you an inside look on what it's like to be a member of the media, and that's what we do. Also, guys, you guys get your nice, merch, link in the description. You know what I'm talking about. It's fresh. But yeah, another trade is, which I think is kind of silly. It involves the Hornets, the Wizards, and the Kings. So the Hornets would get Bradley Beal and Ben McLemore. The Wizards would get Jeremy Lamb and Kaminsky. The Kings would get Marvin Williams. No way would the Kings ever do that. Just first and foremost, me knowing the things that I know and being close to this team, there is no way that would happen. So no, that's not a possibility. So Marvin Williams going to the Kings, the Wizards getting Jeremy Lamb, Kaminsky, and then the Hornets getting Beal and Ben McLemore. No, that and the other part of that trade is the Hornets would send a lightly protected first-round pick to the Wizards, and the Wizards would send a couple of second-round picks to the Kings. The Kings don't need any more second-round picks. I'm sorry, y'all. They have a bunch of them. They have like 1 million of those things. They don't have a 2019 first-round pick, though. So if you add that, now they may be talking. Now it may be a deal. Another trade is the Kings get Bradley Beal. How would that work? Zach Randolph, Willie Cauley-Stein, Buddy Hield, and the Kings get an all-star shooting guard in Bradley Beal. It says that the Kings would get -4 wins, and the Wizards would be a +5 wins. Wow. That is very, very interesting. I would definitely look at it, talk about it with my team. If I'm in the front office, obviously me projecting that I was a GM, and I would consider it, no doubt. You're getting a young all-star with 3 years left on this contract, and that is something that I would look at, no doubt. My gut feeling says that I would probably say yes to that trade, only because Beal is young and still has 3 years left on this deal. I love Buddy Hield. I would not want to get rid of him in that type of trade. I would work around that and, give up different assets, maybe future first-round picks. But they can't give up a 2020 first-round pick because they don't have a 2019 pick. But they can give up a 2021 first-round pick. So if in some magical world the Kings would be able to keep him, I would. I'm just saying I would consider it, though. So another trade that's circulating around the internet, Dennis Schroeder, Andre Robertson for Bradley Beal to the Thunder. That would be the move that would elevate the Thunder to top 2, top 3 teams in the West, no doubt. In the NBA, Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook, Paul George would be nice. Although we did watch him play yesterday, it's difficult to kind of explain, but as of right now, the Thunder were playing well without Russ. But when Russ comes back into the fold, which he did twice this season, he came back from an injury early in the year when they played the Kings in Oklahoma City. This time he came back. He just had twins. I understand that he missed a couple of games. When he comes back, all the role players seem to suffer and not know where they should be because he's such a ball dominant basketball player. So the transition phase is a little bit tougher in the beginning, but long term, obviously, Thunder are much, much better with Russell Westbrook than without Russell Westbrook. Paul George will get his numbers no matter what. PG is PG, great basketball player. So he doesn't get affected as much as the other role players do. And that's what I think happened with the Thunder. They shot the ball terribly. But this deal to me is not realistic. I don't see what the Wizards get out of this. Dennis Schroeder and John Wall, that's the most terrible thing you could ever put together. So I wouldn't make that. It's a joke, like, to even propose something like that. Yeah, this just obviously the Thunder gets a big boost. No, duh. But that's one of the proposed crazy deals that would be insane. And what's another one? The trade that breaks the internet. John Wall going to the Los Angeles Lakers. Lonzo Ball, Ingram, Wagner are the three main pieces in that deal. They would have to make it work in terms of salary because all these guys don't make much money yet. That is interesting. Now you put John Wall with LeBron. He gets inspired. He's playing on the biggest stage in Staples, national audience every night. And, that's a trade that makes sense. That's a trade that makes sense to me. That's a trade that makes sense to a lot of people. Some people are saying we need Willie Cauley. Yeah, okay. People are chiming in the live chat. I'll get to you guys soon. You guys can also call in the show. Numbers right there. Going back to that trade, if I'm Washington, I pull the trigger. If I'm the Lakers, I think about it. It's tough because you're giving up Ingram in that trade. If I can not get rid of Ingram, I would pull the trigger. Lonzo with Wagner and other pieces to make the money work. But I would try to keep Ingram at every cost just because the NBA is so the good teams have good wings and you have depth at that position. You would really need Brandon Ingram. But I would like that trade, and it would break the internet. Like, that would be a crazy trade. Another one is the Nets making a splash. Otto Porter Jr., Bradley Beal going to the Nets. Wizards get Allen Crabbe, Carroll, Fareed, Dwindle, and a first-round pick. I say the Wizards would never do that. Why would they? You do get 3 expiring contracts, $18 million that comes off for Crabbe, $13 million that comes off of Fareed, $1 million for Dwindle, and actually, 4. Sorry about that. 4 expiring contracts with all of them, really, and that's a lot of money. That's $50 million in cap space. But then you have John Wall, $50 million. Are you saying this would bring in KD? So if that was the thought process, bringing in KD, giving them the Supermax, having money, John Wall, KD, does that make you... gives you a chance, no doubt. It does give you a chance. John Wall, KD, if that would happen, again, this is the first step in making that happen. But it's hard to believe KD would ever want to go there, even though that is hometown for him. That is home. But do you sacrifice and do you risk it if you're the Wizards? I don't know. Obviously, if you're the Nets, you make that in a heartbeat. It's an easy deal to make. So that's a crazy one as well. What are people saying? It's a bad deal for LA. You're slipping on Dwindle. He's good. He's good, no doubt. He's good. Again, guys, would appreciate you guys if you guys watched our vlog from yesterday. Kawhi Leonard, the Raptors. I think it's our best video that we've ever produced, and that's saying a lot because we've produced many of them. But I would put that number one. A lot of work went into it. A lot of research went into it. I would appreciate you guys if you guys go hit that like button, share that with your NBA fellow fans, and just leave a comment. You know, Kawhi Leonard, how far can he take the Raptors? It's the name of the video. Go do it after this live stream. The Sixers get another piece. So Kelly Oubre for Justin Patton. Okay, why would the Wizards do this? That's the better question. I don't see that unless they gave up a second round. I don't see that making that, because then the Wizards wouldn't, or sorry, the Sixers wouldn't give up a first round pick to acquire Oubre. He's not that good. He's good. He's good depth. But at what expense? I don't see that happening. So that's just more of a Sixers trying to get deeper, trying to add another 3-and-D guy. But you do not trade Justin Patton if you're the Wizards. Like, that does nothing for you. Justin Patton obviously came out last year from Creighton University, broke his leg, hasn't been able to play. I don't make that deal. Me. Arthur says, can you talk about my trade idea, please? NY Wright plus Warren for Zebo, Scout, Iman, 2 seconds. Can you spell out things out? Because I don't know what you're talking about. I'm lost, dude. So I don't know how many deals I've discussed already. I think that's been 8, and that's the headline, right? 8. Another one is the Sacramento Kings, obviously trying to make them better, trying to go after Otto Porter, Willie, Zebo, 2 second-round picks, Justin Jackson for Otto Porter. I think that deal makes sense for both parties. You're getting a center, and a solid center in Willie. You're getting expiring contracts. You're getting a semi-asset with Justin Jackson. And that's me being biased, obviously. But they're just a dumpster of a team. So they can get rid of Otto Porter's contract, which is awful in terms of not being a star. Otto Porter is a phenomenal basketball player, a great role player, a player that the Kings badly needs. They need Otto Porter to compete for a playoff spot. But at what expense, right? Are they willing to take on the money? Yes, they are. They are willing to take that contract on, which is, let me double check for you guys. It's $26 million per year. 3 years, $26 million. Oof. It's a lot of money. But the Kings are in no position because they are a small market team and they need his talent. He's not a star player. He's getting paid like a star, but I would take him on. I would take him on. Ryan Anderson, TJ Warren for Zach Randolph, Scala BCA, Iman Shumpert, and 2 second-round picks. I say no to that. I'd rather go for Otto Porter if you're going to do something like that. I would rather go for Otto Porter, no doubt. No question, no ifs, whats, or buts, or duts, or whatever. That's what I would do. If you guys, people that are watching right now, hit that like button, man. Let's get this channel popping. There's great content. You guys can communicate with me at all times. You guys can hit that number right now and voice your opinion. I'm charging my phone. So, again, first time I'm using this, the iMac, the camera. Yeah, guys, get your merch. Who the Kings trade for? Yes, Justin Jackson is too soft, please. So those were my proposed deals. If you guys have any other ideas, make sure to hit that right there. Again, hit that like button. Would really appreciate you guys' support. The Kings do not need to trade Willie. What do you think? If you can get Otto Porter, I would trade Willie Cauley-Stein because now Bagley's your starting center. And now you kind of justify the number 2 pick, right? You're going, okay, he's my guy. His biggest strength right now is rebounding. The other thing that he does well, he rolls well. he rolls to the basket at an efficient rate if he's put in that position. I don't like it when he's inside the post. He just stops momentum, the flow of the game, right? Because you're trying to feed him. But if you're using him like Willie's been used in the pick and roll, and honestly, this goes for all your bigs. I don't like him in the high post. I hate it. I would make that deal for Otto Porter because now you have so much versatility. You can start him at the 3. You can play him at the 4, and you can play Bagley at the 5, which is where he's best at. And then you don't have to worry about how much money Willie's going to command and all those other things. So that's a deal that I would look at for sure. And then Dave Yeager, just real quick with Dave Yeager, that was awesome that the fans responded and just a bunch of nonsense in that article and how it all happened. I don't really want to get into it. I was there when I saw Brandon Williams and Chris Haynes, who was a friend of mine. So I'll just leave it at that. But I do believe it was Brandon Williams who leaked out the information. With that said, it should have never been leaked. I don't know what was going through his mind or his objective. Like, the Kings are actually playing well. There's no need to push this false narrative out there that he's on the hot seat because Dave is not on the hot seat. But that's not about this video. This video is about trades, talking more NBA broad. So if you guys missed the trades, you guys can rewatch this. And yeah. Courtney Lee, I'm staying away from Courtney Lee. Too many short guards on this team already. Not enough size, not enough versatility on defense. Would not go after Courtney Lee. Yeah. Guys, hit that like button right now for the people that are watching. This video should have at least 20 likes already, bro. Come on, y'all. But other than that, again, guys, go watch the Kawhi Leonard video that we just published yesterday. It would mean a lot to me. It would mean a lot to email and mean a lot to the people that are behind closed doors making things happen. Just the support, again, on behalf of the entire CK team. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.